Nokia has a name that many associate with mobile technology, and they have a new tablet with the tagline, "Thinking Ahead." How far does this think ahead? And will this carve a new niche for a declining tablet market? I'm Kevin, the Tech Ninja. This is the Nokia N1 tablet review. Nokia brought a premium build to the N1 tablet, starting with the materials. The N1 is an aluminum one-piece design with surface anodization, which provides a solid premium feeling device in the hand. The back surface is smooth, and the best way for me to describe the feel is a sheet of metal. The tapered edges gives it a nice rounded look, and it makes it very pleasing to hold. The tablet layout is pretty familiar. Volume rocker on the right side. Up top, the headphone jack and power button, mic hole. Left side is bare, and at the bottom is where we'll find our dual mono speakers, and flanking that is the USB-C port. On the face of the N1, you're greeted with your 7.9-inch display and also the fixed 5-megapixel camera. The buttons provide a great tactile feel, and each press requires a decent amount of travel, and this prevents from phantom presses. Even when shaking the device, there's no traces of any type of rattling or loose parts. As far as design, the N1 feels great, and you can compare it to any tablet on the market. Nokia's N1 tablet gives you a 7.9-inch screen at 2048 by 1536 resolution, which is a 4:3 ratio. This IPS 324 ppi panel is backlit, and according to Nokia, it's a fully laminate, zero air gap display. The panel should provide for some decent scratch protection due to the fact that it's also using Gorilla Glass 3. The screen looks great. The IPS panel provides a consistent picture no matter which angle you use. At first glance, colors can appear a bit dull to some. After doing a few color tests online, I found that the colors are extremely accurate. Nokia chose to go with a natural color profile, which is easier on the eyes. The text is decently sharp on the panel, but not the sharpest I've seen. For most cases, 324 ppi is fine. Just zooming in on text is not as crisp as other devices. One thing that I found is that if you put any pressure on the display, you'll notice some color bleeding. I don't think this will provide any long-term issues, but it's something I needed to mention as I found this just by gripping the N1. Don't let this one negative point turn you off from this display. It's still fantastic to use and even better to look at. The N1 brings a different chipset than what we're accustomed to seeing with Android. The chip that provides the horsepower is the Intel 64-bit Atom processor Z3580 2.3 GHz. I was not really familiar with this chip starting off, but after digging into it, it seems like a very capable chip. The SoC integrates a PowerVR G6430 GPU. We also have 32 GB of onboard storage and 2 GB of DDR3 800 MHz RAM. It weighs just 318 grams as well. To keep everything juiced up inside, we have a 5300 milliamp battery. As mentioned earlier, this is using the new USB-C connector, and it's honestly a joy to use. The USB-C cord is reversible, so it makes it much easier to plug in. Our very own Gary Sims did a video explanation on USB-C, so check out the links down below to get more information about it. Beefy specs are only half the story with this device. Performance is the second half. The Nokia N1 tablet is a true speedster. Everything from navigating the UI, gaming, and even boot up is extremely fast on this device. The tablet provides a smooth and consistent experience throughout all the menus and applications. A great example is when playing Plants vs. Zombies. On some devices, when there's a lot of action on the screen, it does slow down a little bit. Well, this tablet had no slowdown issues at all. It just ran at the same frame rate as it ran if there was just one plant on the screen. Another example is a game like Fruit Ninja, where there's a lot of action on the screen pretty much the whole time. The only time there was slowdown is when you hit one of the bombs that ends the game, because your whole screen goes white and everything explodes. Right there was a little bit of slowdown. But all in all, it ran better on this device than I've seen other devices play this game. Out of Android tablets, this is one of the best performing ones I've personally used. The true test is when Google services are running in the background, which we do not have access to just yet. Battery life for standby was impressive. I was able to get 4 days of off and on usage, but keep this in mind that Google Play services will slice into this just a little bit. Speakers on board get plenty loud, but quickly loses its effectiveness around 75%. It becomes distorted, sharp, and airy. Also, each speaker is a mono speaker, so if you cover up one of the speakers, you can still hear both channels out of the other speaker. It ruins some of the immersiveness that stereo speakers can provide. On board the N1 tablet is Android 5.0.1 Lollipop, and it has a custom launcher on top called Z Launcher. Z Launcher is a simple launcher that only consists of 2 screens. The first screen, your last web applications you've opened, and the second screen is a list of all applications installed. But what makes this launcher really unique is that you can write out what you want to open on your screen. And it's not specific neither, so you can type and take a picture and the camera comes up. Even if you can't find what you're looking for, it does a Google search for it. Now, it's not perfect. There are a few times where it does not register your finger inputs. And what I found that works best is just keep writing until it eventually shows up. Now, there is something to know about this launcher, that it's still in beta, so it's quite possible when the international version is released, the launcher will provide even more functionality. But I like it the way it is. It works great for a tablet. Now, beyond this launcher, which is very simple, it's still running a pretty much stock version of Android. Now, there are a few settings built into the N1 tablets that vanilla Android does not have. The additional settings that you'll find is sensor calibration, which lets you use the compass to calibrate your tablet, Intel Smart Video, which provides smoother video when you're playing it on your tablet, and also Z Launcher settings, which lets you tweak the Z Launcher a bit more. None of these are anything that would change the game of Android, but it's just a nice addition to have. The 8 megapixel camera on the rear provides you with average images from what you will see with a tablet. Details are not that strong at all, and also low light isn't the best. The images also have a layer of sharpness applied in post that just looks bad. The front-facing camera provides you with the same story. A lot of images come out yellowish and has a lot of grain even in well-lit areas. Now, as far as camera software, it is using stock software, sort of. A lot of extra features are stripped out. It just leaves you with timer, grid lines, and switching between cameras. I gotta be honest here, it's a big disappointment that this camera isn't that great. Everything else on the tablet is great in high quality and premium, but the camera is just lacking. Now, I don't walk around taking pictures with my tablet. It should have a consistent flow with everything being high quality, and I think Nokia truly dropped the ball with this one. The Nokia N1 is a fine piece of hardware, but it's really tough to judge without having Google Play services. Every single application that I threw at it, it ran fine. Now, as far as hardware, there are a couple of things out there, but every single tablet in the market has a few things here and there. If you can look past its flaws, the Nokia N1 is one of the best Android tablets out there as far as build quality. It's fantastic to hold, and it seems like it could stand the test of time. Also, the processor that it used is no slouch. It ran all the applications without an issue. Z Launcher does the job as well, and I like it for a tablet launcher, but it is replaceable. So if you don't like the Z Launcher, you can throw on any third-party launcher that you want on there as well. If you're in the market for an Android tablet and the international version becomes available, I will have no problems offering my recommendation of this tablet. As always, guys, my name is Kevin, the Tech Ninja. You know what to do if you like this video. Go ahead and press the like button. Subscribe to Android Authority if you like our content or any other our content creators. And also, while you're down there, go ahead and leave a comment. As always, guys, I'm Kevin, the Tech Ninja. You can find me on YouTube and on Google+. And this is Android Authority, your source for all things Android. Take care, guys.